Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Administrator Bridenstine, one of the things that we hear a lot about as, again, we change and innovate is the skill level of the workforce in STEM. We work very hard on STEM education in the state of Washington and certainly want to work on it on a national perspective. So want to hear your thoughts on what else we need to be doing. What does that skills gap look like? And also interested in NASA's X-plane flight demonstration program for a transonic truss brace wing. One of the things we're very interested obviously in is composites and continuing to the development of composite manufacturing. So want to understand what you think we should be doing on that kind of technology for the future as well.
Yes, very, very good questions. And I'll tell you, the transonic truss-braced wing has me very excited about the future of aviation. When we think about the value of NASA to the United States of America, a lot of people, they think about space and the moon and Mars and robotic exploration of the solar system. But the aeronautics piece is probably the most impact to the American economy. Because this is a major export for the country. And we've been leading here for so many generations. Of course, we had the challenge with the MAX 8. We've had the challenge now with COVID. And when we think about aeronautics, it's kind of, right now it's being stressed significantly. But I think we have to, as a nation, take this opportunity and lead. And when I say lead, that transonic truss-braced wing is a key to that leadership. We're talking about increasing what we call the aspect ratio of a wing, making it longer and thinner. The big thing that does is it reduces what we call induced drag, which is the drag you get from the lift created by the aircraft. Basically, it spreads out the amount of downward thrust that you get from the wing. It does increase what we call parasitic drag from the wing, but that parasitic drag is less than the induced drag. And so overall, you get a much more efficient aircraft. It drives down the amount of fuel that you have to use. It drives down the amount of carbon emissions. It drives down the cost to the airlines. The challenge with that high aspect ratio wing, the challenge with that is that it becomes really long and thin, and so it doesn't have the structure necessary to hold up, a large body aircraft. So I'm a huge proponent of that. We've been advocating, for that inside not just the agency, but inside the administration in general, and we're getting some traction on it. And any support that you can provide would be fantastic. Let's see, what your first...
Just STEM, STEM and...
Oh,
so
STEM.
in this case, this is a composite issue, right? And so we need more composite R&D and more
Yes, sir.
understanding of then on the composite manufacturing side.
Yes, so this is, again, very important when it comes to STEM. We need that next generation workforce. And so we've got to be inspiring people at a young age. I think the best thing NASA can do for encouraging people to go into STEM is inspire them and do these stunning missions like landing the first woman on the moon and those kind of activities. We're also very involved at the mission directorate level in funding programs like FIRST Robotics, which is a capability that gets high school kids and even younger involved in robotics. So we do those things, direct impact to NASA missions. If you look at robotics on Mars and robotics throughout the solar system with satellites and orbiters of other planets. So I think there's a lot that NASA does, and we need to continue to do for STEM.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about material science, but we have been able to attract more women. Structural engineering may not have been something that immediately appealed to them, but certainly we attracted them into aviation. But we're having more success on the material science side, and I don't know if that's a marriage of chemical engineering and other things, but I think we should figure out how to put this challenge to, as you said, the youngest of Americans as they're thinking about these issues. And I don't know why this isn't a marriage of ideas, given that you're talking about, again, fuel efficiency, American jobs, leadership, all of these things that would come from this.
Right.
This is, it is as exciting as the other missions too. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am.